Hi. Okay, here we go. We're gonna work on making a loop selection in this tutorial. First off, let's give ourselves a little more room and control on the keyboard and click on these little dotted squares. And then I'm going to come up here to the object manager and I'm going to click this off for now. And I'm going to select my dinosaur in the object manager. I'm going to come over here to the left menu, select the edge mode. I'm going to be in the edge mode, and having the dino body sphere selected, I'm going to go up to the top menu and click select loop selection. Now, in choosing that, we see that our attributes manager came open in our options box, and I want you to go ahead and click put a check in these three boxes at stop at boundary edges, select boundary loop, and greedy search. And then here in our viewport, I want you to come in and zoom in here with me and just hold your cursor over this edge loop. You can see it highlights, and select it. And now we have a nice selection here, a nice loop selection. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to save that selection out. So go back up to the top of your screen, under select, choose set selection. It's at the bottom menu right here. And what that's going to do is that's going to put a tag selection, an edge tag selection, this little triangle right here, in your object box next to your 3D model. So cool. Now, at this point, this is selected, this tag, this edge selection tag. And if you don't deselect it by hitting Control click, that will deselect it. If you make another selection, say you're on your loop tool again, and you come in here and you want to make another selection or something somewhere else, but that's getting right on where we want it. But if I get on to this, let's switch back onto poly mode and go loops ring selection. It's gonna, and I choose a different set selection, and it will copy over the top of your tag if your tag is selected. So that's just a good thing to remember, is to deselect your tag. This will, if I switch the types of modes I'm in, they won't copy over, but an edge selection will copy over the top of an edge selection, same as points and polygons. So this is a polygon tag, this is a point tag, and this is an edge tag. So just to keep in mind, if you want to deselect it before you, just hold the control key down on your keyboard and click. Okay, so let's get back onto that selection by double clicking. Double clicking that edge tag brought us back to that selection. And I am on, I'm going to turn that off and get that out of the way. I am on this ring selection, and I'm going to click off of it. Get on live selection. Okay, so now we're going to swap on over and we're going to jump into the learning a new tool. If we haven't already, we're going to learn more. And I am on the extrude tool. And you can see we have our options open right here. And I'm going to click while this edge selection is selected. I'm just going to click on the screen, right, this empty spot, click and drag. And I'm going to drag out a loop. So this is so cool. This is really popular. Edge loop modeling. Yay! So you can see that, and then I can move it in and out too. So let's see. I'm going to undo that. And let's see, what are our options give us? Edge snap, preserve groups, offset by 5. So I'm going to go ahead and take this down to just do 1 and see what that does. Not much of a difference. So, oh wait, it jumped to 16. Maybe that's all. It was at 0. And then let's see what it says. It's just showing me in the offset how much I'm pulling it out and if it's offsetting or not. Right here in the offset. And it's giving it a little bit of an angle. So that's fine. I think we can always jump on to, once we've extruded that edge, we can jump onto the scale tool, scale it a bit if we're not happy with what it's giving us. Yeah. So play around with that. I think what I want to do is I want to go ahead and click on the live selection tool and get the point tool, and I want to move this. Move this up and back. And I want to extrude it one more time. So that's the edge where we were at. And you can see I double clicked on that tag and it brought that selection. So if we wanted to make another set selection, I always say control click my selection and then select or get on the, make sure I'm on the edge, select loop selection and then select that loop right there like that. And I think what I want to do is pull it out a little bit more. And see how that, there we go. Okay. So one of the things that we're thinking about too is where we're gonna put our leg down there. Our legs. We'll pop another couple of light bulbs and play with that. But we've got that loop selection, that second selected, but let's save a selection out by going select, set selection, and now you can see we have 2 edge selection tags that we've saved. So we can easily get on our arrow, our live selection arrow, and then I can control click that off. And let's turn our place image holder back on. Let's see where we're at right here, because we are about to put this baby in a symmetry. But what I was thinking about doing was getting the tail lined up a little bit more. We've got time to do that. Okay, so awesome. We have just learned about the loop tool again, the edge tool. Let's see, what was it? My favorite thing. Loop selection, shortcut UL. So getting a loop selection and modeling with a loop tool, yay, and making sure that we're in edge mode. We can also use the loop tool to select polygon edges. So if we swap to that and we go loop selection, we can move this and voila, we have a loop selection there. So we've got some really crazy cool things that we can do, and it's going to be really awesome. And making a decision on what we're going to do. Yeah, as we model, making decisions and plans. All right. Awesome. You're doing great. And thanks for hanging in there with me in my cold. And I'll see you in the next lesson. And we will be getting a symmetry object. Yay! All right.